what he about to do, but yeah, we live, I guess.
We live.
Nutty Professor.
What's good, Jake? What's good, y'all? What's good?
What it do?
What it do? What it do? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
That was really.
Welcome.
How long have you been practicing that?
He didn't practice it. That's the thing. He just came up with the idea on the fly and tried it.
That's what I do. I come up with it and I go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Mask Off, episode 60, the big 60. 60, episode 60. Welcome to the D. I'm wearing the Pistons, not because I'm a major Pistons fan, which I am. I'm a little disappointed in Blake, bitch ass, for doing all that jumping with the neck. But that's beside the point. But I'm wearing it because we are talking about Detroit today. Welcome to the D. It's Big Tone. With me is the crew. Oh, the switch up. Boom. With my man, always on the bullshit plan. Give it to him, Jake.
What up, though? It's your boy, Jake. You know what I'm saying? We about to talk about the one and only, our hometown, our city, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I had to rep for the squad, for the home team. You feel me? I'm mainly a Pistons fan. I'm a big Pistons fan, not big basketball watcher nowadays, but always been love the Pistons. And yeah, Blake Griffin is a whole ass nigga. Fuck him. But yeah, let's get it.
Really was on. Blake is disrespectful, bro. You see how he bouncing and jumping around with the Nets?
Yeah. But here my final. It was Drummond that really got me, man. I couldn't stand Drummond.
I can't say nothing bad about Drummond, man. What I respect about Drummond is he went to an organization. He played his hardest when he was with the Pistons, day in, day out. Not Blake. Blake tried to be hurt every second of the way. You know what I'm saying? He was nursing this injury, that injury, every injury. Now, it's Clippers Drake. It's Oklahoma Drake. I'm calling nigga
Blake.
Drake. I'm Blake.
Right. He favors Drake, so I get it.
So, I'm like, nah, bro. When he did that dunk, that alley-oop early this week, I said,
he dunked on Giannis too, easily.
I said, this nigga been playing. We've been playing around, and I don't like it.
Take our money.
Malachi, I'm giving it to you, my young boy. What are you?
Man, what up? First of all, Andre Drummond was like a leading rebounder for a few years in a row. So shout out to Dre, man. I met Andre. I ain't meet him, but I saw him when I went to Oakland University. He used to come up to the school just to kick it. You know what I'm saying? He just was up there chilling. You feel me?
That's the problem.
Who's that Owens?
The problem.
Who's that Owens?
No, not Owens. Oakland.
Oh, okay.
For the record, I've never stepped foot on Owens Community College.
Who's that Owens?
Nah, but he was at the he just in the cafeteria chilling. Ain't nobody really around him. So I'm playing it cool. He was like by the Chick-fil-A. So I'm playing it cool. I go by him. I just give him a nod, like, what up? You feel me? Like it's nothing to me. You feel me? I'm like, what up, man? So I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, let me get the number 4 real quick. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just just to feel the energy. But man, what's up, y'all? I'm feeling good. I'm in the place to Bizzle B. You know what I'm saying? We repping the Dizzle D. You feel me? I'm throwing up the set. I don't have no set to throw up. It's so funny because I don't know if this is East Side or West Side.
You gotta stop that. Don't put all that on there.
They gonna find you.
I'm sorry. Please
don't put none of that out there.
I'm not gang affiliated. I'm just a jokester.
Jake, let me chill out.
What's good?
They don't joke about it. Right. That don't help.
Hey, Jake's in the gang sign. He just.
I've got nothing to do with that, buddy.
What it do, y'all? We in there, boy, though. Yeah.
I don't bang. I don't set trip. I don't do any of that stuff at all.
Repping the set, baby.
Not repping the sets. I rep the hometown, but not the set. I don't rep any streets. No rep any 7 miles, no 6 miles, no Finkles, no Joy Roads, no Dexters, no Linwoods, no Mac and B Wigs, no none of that. None of that stuff. I'm mean. I'm just mean. That's it. That's it.
And that is AKA Jacob.
I'm Jacob today, not Jake. All right, we can stop. I'm done with this bullshit.
On that note, I'm gonna turn it to my man Dan. What's up, Dan?
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Yeah, we're talking about the D. I had to put on my my big Sean merch. You know, shout it out. What was that last year? He dropped Detroit too.
Detroit too. Yup, last fall.
Great project there. There's still like some great art like this around the D2 to check out from it. Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, I want to ask you something. Did you hear that Lil Yachty tape, Dan? Called Michigan Boy Boat. Did you hear that?
No, is that new?
It came out like last month or two or whatever. But it was just him. Yeah, it's him with a bunch of Detroit rappers on there, and people were saying that he made a better Detroit album than Big Sean.
Yeah, no. So he had a song like a few years ago, like from the D to the A with
T Grizzly.
Yeah, and like that song was hard there. So I believe him.
Yeah, I have yet to check out the album. I'm actually I'll do it tonight.
The album is hard. Like it's hard. Like
oh my fuck this. I can't believe they talking about a Lil Yachty mixtape.
Right. He's so disgusting. He's so
disgusting. A Lil Yachty mixtape going hard compared to a Big Sean tape. Totally sick.
Right, he's had enough already.
Angry.
He's done. He's done.
Garbage, man, garbage. I have to say, garbage. I can see if we was talking about Anita Baker mixtape with someone else, or Anita Baker with Kim mixtape. That is hot. You know what I'm saying? But Lil Yachty,
that probably would be cold because they both
cold for the grown and sexy. That'd be cold.
That'll be a dope collaboration.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anita Baker and Kim, Detroit legend.
That would be dope, man. That's why I just threw that out there.
Anita Baker from the D?
Huh?
Come on,
dog. we mentioned this before.
Did I say it now, or are you gonna put the ticker up?
East or West?
Do your research, bro.
It don't matter. It don't matter where in the city she's from. She's from the city.
Do your research.
From Grosse Pointe.
Yo, on that note,
shout out to Anita Baker, man. Detroit legend in the building.
Most definitely. He's
not here. He's not here.
Legend.
He's not here.
We're gonna pass it to
no disrespect.
Mountain Times will give his motivational minute. Hopefully it'll be some accuracy because he's talking the bullshit today.
Speaking of Detroit legends, but today's motivational minute is about enjoying and appreciating the beauty around you. A lot of times we have these gems under our nose. We have these historical factors under our nose. Even things that's right in your neighborhood. There's parks in your neighborhood that you ain't really visited to stop and smell the roses there. There's things in your house that you kind of just brush past. You know what I'm saying? There's things just everywhere around you. There's beauty all around you, and you want to appreciate every little aspect of every little piece of beauty, every little piece of artwork that's right there under your nose because it's right there for you to enjoy. And sometimes it just take a little perspective switch. You just say, man, this I've been looking at this whole time, but I really see how beautiful this is. Look how this was crafted. Look how it was created. So take some time to appreciate the things that are right there in front of you. That's your motivational minute.
That was beautiful. I recently done a move in the D.
Yeah.
And I have to say, man, when you do moves, you don't really understand how beautiful things are. And you see things from a different perspective. You stop and smell the roses. You start looking at different neighborhoods. Yo, my young boy is doing what, Jake? What is he doing?
Dropping infinite jewel
all day long, man. And I just wanted to say, man, it's so many gems in the city that we don't know about, that we tend to overlook because you hear things like a siren go past and you think all you see is crime. Where? In the D. But there's some beautiful places and there's a lot of things to explore in the D that we're going to get into it in our group discussion today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it off with our group discussion. What is it? Group discussion, super duper, big D. Welcome to the D group discussion.
You said super duper big D.
Oh man. This episode is really gonna be a trip tonight.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. See, got.
You look better now.
Oh yeah.
10 times better. I know that person now. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's who was doing the motivational minute.
Oh, it was fuzzy,
like that.
Fuzzy Melanie.
It was like that.
It was fuzzy wuzzy. It was fuzzy wuzzy.
Yeah.
It was fuzzy Melanie.
Look at the things around you, and like you just stayed in the same spot.
For real?
Yeah, you was like that. You was like,
yeah.
this is your
motive.
Minute.
It's funny because I got done and I'm like, why Dan still got me on this screen? Wow. Well, that's my fault, y'all.
Hey man, no big deal. You still got your point across.
All right, we still moved on to the group discussion. Hit me one more time. Group discussion. Motivational Minute. It's going. Big D all day, every day. Welcome to Detroit. Group discussion.
Big D all day. First it was super duper big D. That was big D all day.
Big D.
And I'm hot as shit in here, bro. Oh, where'd that come from, bro?
I don't know, man. I had this loaded up for some reason, and I don't know why.
All right.
We talking about child support.
Today's group discussion, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Detroit. The ins and the outs, the good and the bad, the misformed and the informed. One of the things I want to talk about today, gentlemen, on a positive note, I'm going to start positive first. We're going to talk about some of the landmarks, some of the spots, some of the hip and happening places you want to be if you in the D. So with that in mind, I'm going to head to the young boy because he's not buffering no more. And I'm guaranteed that he would make some powerful points on this one. What's some of the hot spots in the D, Malachi?
Yep. Yeah. First things first, I want to start with the Motown Museum. If you never been to the Motown Museum, I highly suggest taking a tour. I had my first Motown Museum tour probably a month ago, probably a little more than a month ago, and it was a fantastic experience. I was not aware that you know about Motown, you know that Detroit is the birth of Motown and that era of music, but you don't know how rich the history actually is and how much Gordy had an impact on the culture, not only musically, but the entrepreneurial spirit, the creativity, and the structure that he installed in these artists, back then. So it wasn't just about them, getting up on stage. They really had, they had classes they had to take. They had, really grooming artists. He really groomed these artists. And even it started from his parents. His parents owned a grocery store. And that's where his entrepreneurial spirit was birthed. And so, like I said, the fact that this rich history is right here under our nose. And when I took that tour, you could feel the energy, you could feel the spirit of Detroit that's there, which is the entrepreneurial, the creativity, the love, the music, you know what I'm saying, the artistry. It's all pumping through that place. You know, even you going into that where they were recording, you can feel the energy still. You know what I'm saying? And so it was an incredible experience, and it really elevated my level of thinking as far as an artist myself, and as far as what the history that Detroit does have to offer, which is right here under our nose. So I definitely suggest hitting that one first.
A little fun fact: I used to be a tour guide for the Motown Museum, and that was one of the best jobs that I ever had. Period. And I have to say that to follow up with what you were saying with Barry Gordy. He originally started out working for one of the big three, and he got his ideology about pumping out all these artists like an assembly line from working with the big three. So that's why you see like a certain level
of production
coming through Motown Museum. Yeah. I mean Motown Records.
Right. That's a good point. Like you said, it was an assembly line of artists, you know what I'm saying? And they was going hard, you know what I'm saying, pumping it out. And that's what I liked the most about it, was the structure that he had. It wasn't time to play. If you wasn't good enough, you was getting cut, you know what I'm saying? They had people in place that was actually teaching the artists dance moves, and they were simple moves. Like if you notice, the Temptations, the moves were simple, but it's the consistency of it, you know what I'm saying? It's what they was drilling and installing into them of being an artist and going hard in the paint, you know what I'm saying? So
not only that, he was teaching them how to be a professional.
Yes.
You know, he was teaching them how to be a professional star. That's like true. When you saw them, they had swag, they had professionalism,
confidence.
Confidence. Not only that, they were all one. They was identity in their uniform.
Yeah, it was a unity to it.
So,
everyone except David Ruffin, but yeah.
Even David Ruffin, he started off the same way. You know what I'm saying? He started off the same way. If you wanted to make it through that chain, you had to follow this certain mold in which they created.
Yeah.
He had like a song style too for a while. Like what's the name of the band that wrote and like played most of like the songs there?
Oh my God, I forgot.
Like the funk band
it's the Funk Brothers.
Right, yeah. So like that one band made most of that whole Motown sound. Like they just stayed down there and just cranked out those songs, which is wild to think of, like the hits that one group made. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that too, you have like certain people that was in that group, like Jameson. He originated the way they played the bass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was on all of the Motown stuff. You know what I'm saying? A little fun fact about Jameson, he was known because he had a bad back. He was known to play a lot of his music laying down flat on his back. You know how hard that is to play a bass on his back?
That brother talented.
Man, it's the same brother. If you listen to the bass line to What's Going On, he's on that. He's on almost every Supremes, everything that Motown did. I mean, it had to go through the Funk Brothers, not just him. And they had, like Dan said, they had a collective of band members who brought it.
Who are great, like by themselves. Like each one of them was a class. Folks, man, it's crazy.
Can you imagine like being a musician outside of that talent? You know what I'm saying? Like that talent was phenomenal. And there's a documentary called Standing in the Shadows of Motown. That documentary talks a lot about the Funk Brothers. And if you did not know any history concerning them, you'll learn it through that.
I need to check that out.
So check that out. Standing in the Shadows of Motown. But that's a beautiful gem. If you don't know anything about Motown, you definitely right. You need to check that out. Go ahead, Malachi.
One more point for the Motown, because when I went to the tour, they were saying that it was they had to every song had to go through this certain list of checks, a system of checks to get approved. And there was a lot of songs that just got discarded because they felt like it wasn't gonna be a hit, And there was actually a couple of those songs got pulled out of that pile, and one of them was from Stevie Wonder. I think it was one of Stevie Wonder's biggest hits came from that pile. So I thought that was an interesting fact that somebody was like, well, shoot, I'll take this boy, and boom, you know what I'm saying? But that's the discipline, that is the structure that they had, is that if it wasn't gonna pop, we throwing it away. We ain't throw that boy in the trash. So
yeah, another little fun fact. Go ahead. Another little fun fact: in the '70s, late '60s, and the '70s, a lot of the artists was fighting to have a lot of creative freedom, because, like you said, they pumped out. They had their own production team. Was it Dover? Was it Lamont Dover and Dozer or something like that? And I could be fucking it up, but Lamont Dozier, and Smokey Robinson and another gentleman wrote a lot of the songs for the Motown groups. So the production really went through Barry Gordy and his team of writers.
Yep.
So toward the '70s, a lot of these artists wanted creative freedom. You know what I mean? And once you start having creative freedom, you start getting those royalty checks we talked about in a previous show. And once you start having that creativity, you start to see things like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and everybody that came along during the '70s who was doing things. A lot of people don't know too, George Clinton came through the doors of Motown.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? George Clinton in Parliament came through the doors of Motown before he became George Clinton today. And I could talk about Motown all day.
Yeah, we could really.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that sounds like there was a big sound there, like with like the whole funk and all that. Yeah. So like that Motown sound was kind of done in the '60s.
Yes.
So like they had to switch, and yeah, they let them boys rock.
It came right out the D too. Came right out of the Detroit.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
So definitely check out the Motown Museum. Definitely rich in history, and it's right here.
I think at that time you had few artists that came from other places. Like Marvin Gaye was originally from DC, so he had to learn a lot of stuff that was in Detroit.
Yeah,
Jackson 5, same way. Yeah.
Jackson 5, they was from Gary, Indiana, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna shoot it to Jake. What's some other spots that's positive in the D? You know what I mean? We didn't talk like a good 20 minutes about.
I was confused. Like, is this a Motown episode?
No. Motown is serious business, man.
It is, but I'm talking about Belle. I'm talking about parks. Belle Isle is the most famous park in Detroit. Everyone goes there. You know what I'm saying? You got the aquarium. You got the slide. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cool stuff there. You know what I'm saying? Last time I was there, I went for like bike rides and stuff. Belle Isle was cool, but the West Sider in me, I always go to Rouge. I always go to Rouge Park off Joy Road. That's where I used to hang out back in the day. And we just me and my friends, we just go up there, just park and just drink and smoke. I wasn't smoking, they would smoke, but we just just go up there, chill, do what we do, blast music, you know what I'm saying, holler at females and shit like that. That's a Rouge Park. That's a gem to me. I'll say Rouge Park, that's a fucking gem. If you want to like just chill, have a good time, pull up there. That's all I'm saying.
The east side, would say Shane Park is the equivalency to Rouge Park.
I spend more time in shape.
Yeah, same park is where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even though both parks had a lot of violence in them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. As soon as you said Rouge Park,
Yeah. I thought of violence instantly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it did. I mean, it's not all violence all the time. You know what I'm saying? Fortunate for me, I didn't witness that much violence up there. But it's mostly a good time for me. You know what I'm saying? But and well, Belle Isle had violence.
Belle Isle has changed in the last couple.
Belle Isle is different.
Belle
Isle cool. Well, yeah, it's
commercial now. It's pretty commercial.
It's commercial as fuck now. But you know what I'm saying? But
you with back in the day, like around as soon as the sun went down, it's Belle Isle.
You better be pulling off the island if you ain't about it.
Yeah.
But Belle Isle was a staple for family reunions, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my family
reunion from 1990 to 2010. That boy was probably at Belle Isle, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. In the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Before,
I grew up in the 80s going to Belle Isle.
Yeah,
and random cookouts. You see like 20 random cookouts. It won't even be family reunions, just 20 random cookouts on Belle Isle.
Just pulling up with a grill.
I learned the art of being somebody's cousin at Belle Isle.
Man,
you know how you walk up and you see a cookout, and you was like, "I'm with the Johnsons." Who baby is you? I'm Margaret's son. I'm Johnny Johnson. For real, Johnny? on Dequindre's side? Yeah. That's me.
On Dequindre's side. Then you gotta hold that story up the whole night. Like, you know, Dequindre's side is wrong.
Yeah,
Johnny, who you talking to?
That's when you gotta hurry up and get all the burgers you want and peel out. Like, we about to go play basketball.
Right. I never did that. I ain't had a guts to do that job.
Man, you ain't from the east side, that's why.
Right, exactly. I'm a west side respectable, family owned family union, right? Yeah. So but one thing I love about Belle Isle. What would you say, LG?
I probably took one of your people's hamburgers. Shit.
You probably did. But the biggest thing I liked was the family reunions, and I liked the field of it. You know, throwing the football, playing basketball with my family. That was the biggest thing I looked forward to. You know what I'm saying? You got your cousins out there. We all playing flag football. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's bound to get an injury. Somebody bound to get juked out their socks. The whole family, like, oh, you don't want to be the cousin that get the spin move off, and you can't tackle your other cousin. Then you got to sit down because it's over. But that's what I look forward to. Is fun in that slide.
My most recent Belle, I won't say most recent, but one Belle Isle experience that stood out for me is me and two other guys. I ain't gonna say their names, but
you going through some shit, man.
You said what? You said what, Dan? Huh?
Back with some shit again.
This ain't no shit. What shit have I been on? What are you talking about? What the fuck?
You were just hanging out at Rouge Park.
Rouge Park is a gym. Fuck that.
Hand me again, please. He ain't on that shit. He's on that bullshit.
I ain't on no bullshit. I'm not on no bullshit. Rouge Park is a gym. It is. It's a gym. But anyway, all right, this is gonna be some bullshit though. But look, Belle Isle. So I was at Belle Isle, me and two other guys, and I was kind of like a wrangler for them while they were on acid. They took acid and they wanted me to be around to like make sure they're fine, be their wrangler. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, but all right, fuck it. I ain't got shit else to do. This is gonna be entertaining. And I very much just babysit these two guys walk around Belle Isle on acid. One guy was in an aquarium and the fish was tripping him out when he was on acid and shit. And when he walked outside, this lady asked him like, "Hey, where's the entrance to the aquarium?" And he just went off her like, "You're asking the wrong person right now, lady." Oh shit! And like, dang, like, goddamn, why are you?
He was offended.
It was crazy. It did. And then the same guy, every time he looked at the water, he looked at the river, he thought he was wet. He was nowhere near the water, but every time he looked at it, he just felt like he was wet. It was fucking hilarious. The other guy who was on acid, he was just an acid pro. Like he was just having a good time, like whatever. But that was a fun experience. That was a fun experience at Belle Isle for me. Like, so you want to take some drugs and go to Belle Isle, that's a good place to have a good time on drugs. I don't know.
One of my major fears about Belle Isle, Malachi mentioned it, was the giant slide. Man. As a kid, it was so super giant.
It was.
I was so scared of it. And I didn't understand how this little sack was going to protect my ass.
Right.
No. I realized it didn't. I get to the bottom and I'm flying. I'm in the middle of it. I'm bouncing. I get to the bottom, my ass hurt, and I got an ass rub. And
I was never scared of the slide when I was younger. I loved the slide when I was younger. Now I'm a bitch. I can't fuck with that slide at all.
That slide was super giant as a kid.
Man, before they put on like the new steel coat into it.
Yep.
When it was just that plastic yellow.
Oh my god.
Oh, my arm would be burnt up from just scraping off of
that yellow plastic. It burns you easily, and you still got back on it. Didn't even know why. Just like okay, y'all want to go again?
You small kid just flying and just busting their ass on that side. Every hump, just
One of the most troubled things about Belle Isle too, and we're gonna move to another subject, is because I lived on the east side, you had the ability to ride your bike from your destination. If you stayed on the lower side of the east side, which I did, shout out to Crane between Forest and Warren, you had the ability to ride from your house to Belle Isle. For some reason, I always had fucked up tires on my bikes. I get all the way in Belle Isle riding. I go past the bridge and everything, and then I get like in the heart of Belle Isle and tire burst.
Wow.
I'd be so mad, bro.
Man, now you gotta walk your bike home.
I walk my bike home.
That's the man. That's
that happened to me 4 fucking times, bro. I said never again would I do this. And I knew how it happened. On the way there, I'm jumping curbs and shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm the man. I'm trying to beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, come on, let's go. I'm acting Super Joe. You know what I'm saying? I get there. I'm first one to get past Jefferson.
Yanking that boy too. Yeah. I wanna talk about the Dequindre Cut. The Dequindre Cut is a stretch of I don't know exactly how long it is, but it's a stretch of walking distance that used to be a street that they turned into a path and a walking path and a bike path. At the very end of it, it basically starts the block over from the river, from the Detroit River, block over from the river, and it starts there. At the end of it, there's a small little workout pad that they put in there. The workout pad has only been there probably like 5-7 years now or something like that.
That's over there near Warren. That's off near Warren.
It's in between. It's off Gratiot. It's off.
No, it goes further than that. It goes further than that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been to that part there.
It goes further than that. It goes to it goes past Gratiot. It's like Eastern Market area. It goes further than the Eastern Market area.
Okay. It go past Eastern Market. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a few different entrances to it. I know there's a Gratiot entrance. There's the entrance further from Gratiot going towards the water. There's a couple entrances that way. And then that main entrance coming from the water. And like I said, there's that workout pad that's right there. Yeah. Actually, Dr. Mass made his video down there on a Dequindre Cut. So yes, it's a great stretch of walking distance. Get your exercise in. You can get your bike riding in. You know what I'm saying? You can just get it in. Y'all silly, man.
I'll skate, man. I
Dr. Mass like he's a celebrity or something.
Hey, I watch Dr. Man's videos. I'm a fan. I am.
Do you take MYB?
No. But I'm still a fan of his work.
Why would he need to take MYB? That's for
I
the
already mind my business. Exactly.
He's not a Karen.
That's true.
But you should have some on deck for Karens.
True.
And other nosy white people. And nosy white people.
That's
all right, we get on subject.
Yeah. But we also Dequindre Cut. I remember that part of the Dequindre Cut with that where there's that slope.
Ramp.
Yeah, the ramp.
To enter it.
Yeah, I attempted to this is back when I attempted to like learn how to skateboard, and this is like
on that bullshit.
And I'm like in that 20, it's bullshit. It's not bullshit. Damn. Can I tell a fucking if we can hear about how you got a flat tire 4 fucking times, you can hear this shit. That's what I'm saying. Damn. Look, all I know is I attempted to skateboard down that ramp, and I was just gaining more. I was just going faster and faster down. I just got scared, and I jumped off the skateboard and fucked up my knee like a dumbass. So yeah, that's my Dequindre Cut memory. Wow. That's it. That was it.
I discovered that they have like a little theater stage in the Dequindre Cut.
Yeah. Yep.
Where?
Yeah, they do. You go in the inside of it, like deep in the inside of it. They got like a little setup, like it's a little theater in there. A little theater.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was close to where we met up that one time, right? So,
yeah, that sounds weird, but yeah.
We met up with Darnell King. Yeah. We met up with Darnell King.
Right.
On another note, there's plenty places in the city you need to check out. You know what I'm saying? For one, let's talk about the zoo, Charles Wright Museum, the Science Center, the Heidelberg Project. That's an interesting one on the east side. Mm-hmm. A lot of people forget. Like, you go past these houses, you think they're abandoned houses, which they are, they abandoned, but they have like a bunch of million things on them. Like, they'll have like a bird cage on one with a bunch of dials and some shoes everywhere, and it's someone's art. It's the Heidelberg Project, and a lot of people in that area was trying to burn all that shit down, but come to find out, a lot of Europeans came over here and was like, "Oh, this is wonderful. This is great. This is art."
Yeah, folks here hate it, but it's world renowned.
That's so crazy too. At one point, you'll see on the news someone burnt down one of the Heidelberg.
No, for real.
Malachi laughing.
No, this is like
someone burnt down one of the Heidelberg buildings, and the guy be on there like, "Yeah, and I know who." Am I lying there? He be like, "You know who did it?"
You're not lying. You're not lying at all, man.
That's hilarious.
Yo, there's so like outside of that one, there's like this fake Heidelberg Project, like on State Fair, and it's the scariest building I've ever seen. It's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like this burnt down building, like slash haunted house. I guess.
Yeah, man. Bro, he had one house with nothing but teddy bears on there. A bunch of teddy bears.
Yeah. No, that's like the main one. That's like the main renowned one that like folks love, man.
Yeah. The Heidelberg Project, if you get an opportunity, check that out. Check out the DIA. You know what I'm saying?
DIA. That's on my list.
Institute of Arts.
Yep. I got.
You know what I mean? Check that out.
I'm gonna definitely make a trip there soon.
I know a lot of prominent people that work there. You know what I'm saying?
And going back to what you said with the Charles H. Wright Museum and Science Center, those were 2 field trips that I took multiple times. I actually attended Charles H. Wright Middle School. And so I remember like growing up, I used to think like, is it 2 schools? You know what I'm saying? But Charles H. Wright Museum, rich in history. I remember that being young. And I also got a chance to perform there probably about 2 years ago. I did a stage performance there. We had like I don't want to say it's a play because it was a show. And I got an opportunity to perform a different couple of shows there in that theater that they have there.
They have a great stage there.
It's a great stage. It's a great theater. Yeah. They got a movie screen that comes down and everything. So it's a great active gym in the city that you can still visit. And as well as the Science Center. We took trips there when I was young as well. And that was the Science Center was a lot of fun when I was young too.
Remember, Dan, we performed there at the Science Center.
Yeah, that was a stage that I had no idea that they had. There.
I didn't know that it existed. You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely, if you were a kid and you went there, you only went to the theater part. You know what I mean?
With the IMAX part.
The IMAX part.
Yeah, like, that was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, IMAX.
Right. I'm the IMAX. Yeah, exactly.
IMAX.
Yeah. And then with the Charles H. Wright Museum, they hold that African festival, African World Festival. If you haven't gone to that, hopefully they have it this summer. But they have that outdoors. They have like an outdoor kind of stage area that they set up and stuff. Great history, great food, great drinks. It's just a great time.
That week, like you go there, and I've seen all of the kids from school there the whole time. It's just like I don't want to deal with this. Charles H. Wright, like main museum walkthrough starts off with you like inside this slave ship, and this dark slave ship with these slave sounds like with like the boat and just like the waves. Yeah. And I went in there once at like 8 years old. I never went back in that thing.
Man, I never been there.
It was traumatizing.
I went in that bitch too when I was younger. I was like, man, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I've never been in there. I never.
Like, why would like I know I need to know my history, but hey, you can do it another way.
Do I gotta be a slave in here right now? Like, this is too much.
Yep. Then you got the Rinsen. That's a great one. Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. That's where the guy with the 2 joints. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting outside of that. Mm-hmm. Those are 2 staples. The Rinsen, I actually was able to stay at a hotel at the Rinsen, and those views are great.
Did you say the Joe Louis Fest too? Did you say that too?
The Joe Louis Fest, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's right there off Jefferson.
Greektown. A lot of wonderful stuff down there. Yeah. And if you're into the casino vibe, check out the casino vibe. Yeah. We're going to go forward and talk about the negatives.
Wait.
Negatives?
Greektown too? So nightlife, that's the way to go.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't fuck with the nightlife because there's too many people down there. And I'm sweating like a motherfucker. But there's too many people down there doing Greektown. You will potentially get your ass locked up or get shot. So that's part of the negative side. Fucking with the Greektown
and Mexican Town too. Mexican Town is a nice little area. So, good food over there. It's really off like Verner and 70 and not 75. Is that 75?
Well, yeah, by Verner 75. Like
by the bridge.
I want to go ahead and go to the negatives because we're getting short for time. And we can list some of this stuff in the description. If you feel as though you want to go to some other places that you found to be a gem in the city, maybe next time we wouldn't talk too long about some of these places that we've been to and we love. But fuck it, we did. And you can follow and you can check out that shit in the description. But we're going to talk about some of the negatives. Some of the negative places they hit.
Well, not negative. They just hood.
They hood shit. You know what I'm saying? Negative. We was talking about Rouge Park and Shane Park, major spots you don't want to be caught at in nighttime. What's some spots you don't want to be caught in the nighttime, Dan?
Nikki D's on 6 Mile.
Nikki D's.
Hey, the food is great, but just watch your back.
There's something about Nikki D's that just gets people they worked up, man.
And then the one closer to the east side on 8 Mile, that boy is always packed.
Yes.
always
A
packed.
line out onto 8 Mile.
Yes,
all the time. All the time.
You know, I remember
God,
seeing a fight on YouTube. They showed that it was in a Nikki D's. It was 2 guys fighting 1 guy, and the 1 guy was fucking up them 2 guys by himself, big boy. And I think they worked sanitation or something. This was years ago.
I think I saw this.
Yeah, and he was putting in work. You know what I'm saying?
Putting in work.
Putting in work.
One area that's particularly, I don't want to say negative. I don't want to speak bad on Detroit, but one area that you don't want to just get caught, what they call lacking in, is Brightmoor. If you riding down Evergreen, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't make a right on Linden. Don't make a left. You can make a left if you headed south. You can make a left. That's Rosedale.
Just keep heading. Just keep heading north on Evergreen. Just keep heading north.
Don't make a left at all until you get to like 6 Mile. Then you good.
Yeah, we get to 6 Mile.
Finkel headed north, please.
This is a rough side.
But old referee could get a little, get a little.
But they got the Myers right there, so you know they ain't tripping too much.
Oh yeah. I ain't been there since the Myers been there.
Yeah, I stay right off Evergreen and Finkel, so I'm telling you from experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, my block is like the last salvation.
Malachi gonna come out with like a Brightmoor Safari show and shit.
Exactly.
A Brightmoor Safari.
Man, real talk. Like my block is good. Once you start going more west, past my block. Yeah, man. But all east behind me is good. But yeah, you start going that way.
That's how it was at my place. Like when I was young, like on Harper and Cashew, it was like my block. I mean, I moved when I was like 8 years old, I guess. But my block was good. But that next block over, you ain't even want it. Like we could even like walk to the corner store on that block.
For real,
that's crazy.
You got to be aware of where you at. You got to just watch your back. And that's the thing that Detroit teach you: is watch your back and don't be out slipping. That's it.
Yeah, Jake.
I just want to bring up a gem. It's not negative or anything like that, but it's a gem because of a famous comedian kind of put it on the map. The Garden Court apartments, now condominiums, off of Jefferson. If you ever from out of town, just go to those apartments and take a picture out in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you watch Martin, you see the picture of those apartments on an episode of Martin because Martin took place in Detroit. So I just wanted to bring that up. That's all.
I'm glad you mentioned that because you could take it even further in going up Jefferson till you hit Tom's Oyster Bar. And Tom's Oyster Bar.
Yeah, that was Nipsey's.
That was Nipsey's.
Yeah. So yeah.
Dope. Shout out to the culture, man.
Fun fact.
I love the D, man. Love the D.
Crazy thing about it too, Anita Baker used to have that IHOP on Jefferson, and I remember I went into that IHOP and it says, "If you got your gun on you, prepare because we got our gun on us too." Like, I want to eat.
You sound like that.
If you start busting, we gonna start busting too.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
But I was saying, man, like, if you go east, right, unfortunately, people get the east side a bad name, man. But when I was growing up, the east side, it was rough, but it had a lot of beautiful places like Indian Village. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Harper Woods. beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You got gyms within the city, blocks in the city that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of those places, and I went to Denby, a lot of those places over in there, it's like war zone haven. It's like one or two houses on the block. You know what I mean? It's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing but open land. It's crazy. Like the opportunities to like develop are so tremendous over there. But that's a whole nother thing about gentrification and how that's becoming possible because a lot of black people are moving from that area, moving further up, like Roseville, East Point, and further up north. Mm-hmm. And they're coming back now to the city.
8 Mile, Illinois is a good area too. I forgot the name of that area, but that's a real good area. It's two areas that's two different little districts that's right there next to each other.
Not like from 8 in Illinois up to about like 6 in Illinois.
Yeah. That's those great houses over there. And Rosedale Park area is good too.
Rosedale.
Yep.
For sure. But I agree. I was just saying, what Dan said earlier about like how his block was good, but the next block was like fucking hot as fuck. Man. That's kind of like how my block was. Like I stayed right outside Rosedale Park, and it was, like, you know what I'm saying, it was decent, but then a few streets over, it was some bullshit going on.
Same. That's right.
Same shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the longest group discussions we have. I am sweating to the oldies in my new environment, but that's beside the point. I just want to point out this was our group discussion. So next week, who knows what we may talk about, but be there to check us out. We're going to conclude this group discussion. And now we're going to end this with our Gym of the Week. Jake, take it away.
All right. This week's Gym of the Week is a movie called Buffed Up. It is a urban film. It takes place in Detroit and stars a bunch of Detroit comedians and actors. It's a real fun movie. Pretty much Buffed Up. Buff is a reference to the Cartier Buffalo Tusk glasses. You know what I'm saying? The Cardi's, Buffs, Yays, whatever you want to call them. Cardi's is a staple accessory in the D. And it can bring you a lot of positivity and negativity, but anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. But pretty much the movie is three guys like pretty much going like wild goose chase or journey to acquire these buffs, glasses. It's a funny movie. It stars Martell Lane, rest in peace. He passed away in 2019, and also Detroit rapper Cash Doll is also in this movie. It's fun. Now, like I'm gonna say this, like I've seen most of this movie, but I have not seen it in its entirety because every time I see this movie, I always see it at the barbershop. They always got it on at the barbershop. So every time I see a different scene of the movie, but I have not seen it in its entirety, and I don't even know like if the scenes I saw were chronological or not, or just all over the place. But I know enough to tell you that you should check it out.
That's interesting to me. I've never seen this movie. I've heard about this movie through you guys, and I didn't discover this till I moved back to Detroit. All these little random hood movies that they have.
Detroit low key taking over. Like it's a lot of films on Tubi that are coming out of Detroit.
Yeah, I uploaded it.
Shameless plug, Dan.
Yep, man. It's we taking over Tubi. Real talk is like, especially even on the main page, just a lot of these films that you like, oh, what is this? Came from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, check them out.
Wow, I thought you was gonna let me drink some more water. I'm fucking dehydrated over here.
Baby. Ain't got no time.
Nah.
Don't got no time for me to drink water.
Just be like me. I sip on camera all the fucking time. I don't give a fuck.
Only time we got is to tell Jake he's on that bullshit, as we say, mask off, episode 60. Welcome to the D. We about to roll up out of here, but Malachi has one last thing to say.
Yeah, I do. So Sunday, I should have took this shameless plug when you gave it to me. Sunday, 8 p.m., I'll be hosting live talks with Smoking Good live on Instagram from the Smoking Good page. Smoking Good is the hottest new series that's going to hit the D. It's about cannabis and the adversity that Black entrepreneurs deal with in the cannabis industry. And I'll be hosting this live talk with the creators and the writers and the director of the series. So check it out on Smoking Good's IG page this Sunday, 8 p.m. Bow. See y'all later.
Of course.
Interesting. Smoking Good. Look forward to being a part of that. Anybody else got anything to go say before we go? Dan?
No, sir, man. 6-0.
That's what's up, Jake.
Next week.
And on a conclusion note, this is Mask Off Big Tone, episode 60. Welcome to the D. We did it, y'all. 60 ball in this bitch. I'm out.
Oh boy, I ain't